Hello students, welcome to Biology Tutorial channel. Today we are going to talk about taxonomic hierarchy in biological classification. Grade 9 biology. Grade 9 biology now. So the taxonomy hierarchy እንነጋገራለን ዛሬ. Like, subscribe እና share አድርጉት. Good. So, taxonomic hierarchy in biological classification. Aristotle developed the first biological system of classification. For plants, Aristotle classified them based on their morphological character. Yes, growth forms are used as a criteria used by Aristotle in order to classify plants. So he classified plants as trees, shrubs, and grasses. Yes, he classified plants as trees, shrubs, and grasses. And for animals, Aristotle divided animals into two groups, vertebrate animal and invertebrate animals. Those animals that have red blood, he classified under vertebrates. And for those animals without red blood, he classified as invertebrate animals. So Aristotle classified plants into three categories, and again Aristotle classified animals into two categories. ስለዚህ አሪስቶትል ፕላንቶችን በሶስት ነው የከፈላቸው፣ የዛፍ ዘር፣ የቁጥቋጦ ዘርና የሳር ዘር ብሎ። አኒማሎችን ደግሞ እንስሳቶችን ደግሞ ወጥ ነው የከፈላቸው፣ የጀርባ አጥንት ያላቸውና የጀርባ አጥንት የሌላቸው፣ ወይንም ቀይ ደም ያላቸውና ቀይ ደም የሌላቸው ብሎ በሁለት ከፍሏቸዋል አሪስቶትል። Yes, again this Aristotle divided vertebrate animals into two, live bearer animals and egg-layer animals. Yes, he also categorized animals based on their habitat as aerial, terrestrial, and aquatic. ስለዚህ አሁን እነዚህን vertebrate animalዎችን ቀይ ብለድ ደም ያላቸውን በሁለት ከፍሏቸዋል። ይሄው ይሳሩ ላይፍ ቤረር የሚወልዱ ልጅ የሚወልዱ እንደገና ደግሞ እንቁላል የሚጥሉ ኤግ ቤር ሌየርስ ብሎ በሁለት ሰየማቸው። እንደገና ደግሞ አሁንም አኒማሎችን በሃቢታታቸው በሶስት ሰየማቸዋል። ኤሪያል የሚበሩ በመሬት ላይ የሚሽከረከሩ፣ ቴሬስትሪያል እንደገና በውሃ የሚኖሩ በመሬት ላይ የሚኖሩ እንደገና የሚበሩ ብሎ በሶስት ካታጎራይዝድ አርኳቸዋል አኒማሎችን አሪስቶትል። Good. What are the limitation or the drawback of Aristotle classification? Limitation ምንድነው? ችግሩ ምንድነው የአሪስቶትል classification? Aristotle grouped unrelated organisms together where similar organisms are separated. Yes, Aristotle grouped unrelated organisms together where similar organisms were separated. So this is one of the limitation or the drawback of Aristotle classification. For example, he grouped birds, bats, flying insects because they can fly. They are unrelated. Birds are birds, bats are mammals. Mammals and birds are not related. So this Aristotle grouped unrelated organisms together. So this is one of the limitation of Aristotle's classification. Good. He did not account for evolutionary relationship or common ancestor. He didn't take into account for the evolutionary relationship among living organisms. He didn't consider common ancestor. This is another limitation of Aristotle's classification. ስለዚህ አሪስቶትል ችግሩ ምንድነው? የአሪስቶትል ክላሲፊኬሽን አንደኛ የማይመሳሰሉ ነገሮችን አንድ ጋር ግሩፕ አድርጓቸዋል። ለምሳሌ ወፎችን እና ባትን ወይም የሌቶፍ አጥቢ ነች፣ በርዶች ደግሞ በራሪዎች ናቸው፣ እንቁላል የሚጥሉ ናቸውና ሁለቱም በአንድ ክላሲፋይ አድርጓቸው ስለሚበሩ ብቻ። ስለዚህ የአሪስቶትል ክላሲፊኬሽን ችግር ነው። ሌላ ስለ ኢቮሉሽን ስለ ዘገምተ ለውጥ ምንም ያለው ነገር የለም። ስለ ዘገምተ ለውጥ ምንም ያለው ነገር የለም። አኒማሎቹ በዘገመ ለውጥ ሪሌሽንሺፕ አላቸው። ነገር ግን አሪስቶትል በዛ መልኩ አላየውም። በዛ መልኩ አይደለም ኦርጋኒዝሞችን ክላሲፋይድ ያደረገው። So these are the two major drawback or limitation of Aristotle's classification. Good. Later, Carl Siemens introduced a taxonomic hierarchy or orderly of classification system. Taxonomic hierarchy or orderly classification system was first introduced by Carolus Linnaeus after Aristotle. Carolus Linnaeus became the father of taxonomy. He was the father of what? Taxonomy. And Carolus Linnaeus classified organisms from general to specific for easier understanding. Yes, his classification system is what? From general to specific, hierarchical classification system introduced by this Carolus Linnaeus. For easier understanding, if organisms are classified from general to specific, we can easily understand that classification system. Good. And Carolus Linnaeus also categorized organisms based on the observable physical traits. Observable physical traits is one of the criteria that Carolus Linnaeus used to categorize living organisms. So he categorized organisms based on what? Observable physical traits. And his system includes 5 main ranks: taxonomic hierarchy or order, kingdom, then class, then order, genus, and species. These are the 5 main ranks that are used by Carolus Linnaeus in order to categorize living organisms based on their taxonomic hierarchy. Each rank in taxonomic hierarchy is known as taxon or taxa. Kingdom is one taxa, class is another taxa, order is another taxa, genus is another taxa. So each rank in taxonomic hierarchy is known as what? Taxa or taxon. ስለዚህ ካርለስ ሊናን ከአርስቶትል በኋላ የመጣ ሳይንቲስት ነው እና እሱ ህይወት ያላቸው ነገሮች በታክሶኖሚክ ሃይራርኪ ሲስተም ነው ክላሲፋይ ያደረጋቸው። ሃይራርኪ ከብሮድ ወደ ስፔሲፊክ ክላሲፊኬሽን ሲስተም። ሶ ሂስ ክላሲፊኬሽን ሲስተም ፍሮም ጠቅለል ካለ ወደ ስፔሲፊክ ነው የመጣ ያለው። ለምን? ፎር ኢዝሊ አንደርስታንዲንግ። ካርለስ ሊናን የሚታየውን ነገር ነው ፊዚካል ትሬቶችን የወሰደው። ቀንድ አለው ወይ? ጸጉር አለው ወይ? 4 እግር አለው ወይ? እያለና 5 ራንኮች አሉ: kingdom, class, order, and genus. Good. Taxon is a group of organisms that share a unique set of traits. Taxon. Phylum. Those groups that are classified in phylum shared a unique set of traits. Class. Those organisms that are classified in class shared unique set of traits. Order. Those organisms that are classified under order also share unique set of traits. So taxon is a group of organisms that share a unique set of traits. Kingdom is one taxon, phylum is another taxon, class is another taxon, order, family, genus, and species. So in each taxon that are classified together share a unique set of traits. Good. Linnaeus classified all living organisms under 2 kingdoms: Plantae and Animae. Plantae are those living organisms that include all plants, and Animae are all living organisms that include all animals. So he categorized living organisms under 2 kingdoms: kingdom Plantae and kingdom Animae. እጽዋቶች የሚመስሉትን ፕላንቴ፣ አኒማሎችን ደግሞ አኒማል ብሎ ኦርጋኒዝሞችን በሁለት ህይወት ያላቸው ነገሮች በሁለት ነው የከፈላቸው ካርለስ ሊናንስ። Carolus Linnaeus laid the foundation of modern biological classification and nomenclature. He laid the foundation for modern biological classification. ለአሁኑ ሞደርን ክላሲፊኬሽን እንደመነሻ ሐሳብ ሆኖ ከፍተኛ አስተዋጽኦ ያደርጋል የካርለስ way of classification. Nomenclature ስም መስጠት። ስለዚህ የአሁን ዘመናዊ biological classification ወይም nomenclature መነሻው መሰረቱ ማን ነው? ካርለስ ሊናስ ነው። ስለዚህ ካርለስ ሊናስ መሰረት ጥሏል ለአሁኑ the modern biological classification system ወይም nomenclature. Good. Limitation ምንድነው? What are the limitation or drawback of Carolus Linnaeus system of classification? What are the limitation or drawbacks of Linnaeus classification system? 1. He did not distinguish between eukaryotic and prokaryotic. This is one of the limitation. He didn't distinguish eukaryotic organisms from prokaryotic organisms. Yes. What are eukaryotic organisms? Eukaryotic organisms are organisms that have what? Nucleus. Prokaryotic organisms are what? Organisms that do not have nucleus. So he didn't distinguish eukaryotic organisms from prokaryotic organisms. Good. He did not distinguish between unicellular and multicellular organisms. Carl Linnan again didn't distinguish between unicellular and multicellular organisms. This is another drawback or limitation of Linnaeus classification system. He did not distinguish between photosynthetic and photosynthetic organisms. Yes. For example, he classified fungi and plants and green algae together. So he didn't distinguish photosynthetic and non-photosynthetic organisms. He classified together as plantae. So this is another drawback or limitation of Carl Linnan classification. The system does not account for or reflect the evolutionary relationship among organisms. The system of classification of Carl Linnan does not account or does not reflect the evolutionary relationship between organisms. Yes, so Carl Linnan classification system does not reflect the evolutionary relationship between organisms. So these are the major drawback or limitation of Carl Linnan. Carl Linnan eukaryotic እና ፕሮካሪዮቲክ ኦርጋኒዝም ብሎ አለየም። ስለዚህ እውቀቱም አልነበረውም። መልቲሰሉላር ኦርጋኒዝምስ እና ዩኒሰሉላር ኦርጋኒዝምስ እሱንም እነዚህ ዩኒሰሉላር ናቸው እነዚህ መልቲሰሉላር ናቸው ብሎ ማይክሮስኮፕ በዛ ጊዜ ስላልተሰራ እንደዛ አድርጎ ክላሲፋይድ ማድረግ አልቻለም። ፈንጌን ለምሳሌ ከአልጌ ጋር ክላሲፋይድ አድርጎታል። ይሄኛው እንደገና ሌላው ጉድለቱ ነው የካርል ሊነን ክላሲፊኬሽን ሲስተም። ካርል ሊነን ክላሲፊኬሽን ሲስተም የኢቮሉሽን ዘገም ተለውጥን ኮንሲደር አላደረገም። Linnaeus system of classification. So these are the limitation or drawback of Carl Linnan. The system does not consider genetic or molecular evidence. Molecular evidence, genetic evidence didn't considered by Carl Linnan. So Carl Linnan's classification system does not consider genetic evidence, doesn't consider molecular evidence. So this is another drawback or limitation of Carl Linnan's classification system. The system is difficult to incorporate new discovery species or update understanding of species relationship. This is another drawback. If new species is investigated, the Linnaeus classification system is difficult to incorporate that new discovery species. So this is another drawback of Carl Linnan classification system. ስለዚህ molecular data, molecular evidence, genetic evidence እዚህ Carl Linnan system ላይ ኮንሲደር አልተደረገም። አዳዲስ ስፒሲዎች ሲፈጠሩ የት እንደሚገቡ ሩም የለውም። የት ጋር እንደሚገቡ ሩም የለውም። ይሄኛው ደግሞ አሁንም ሌላው የካርል ሊነን ድሮባክ ወይም ጉድለቱ ነው። So these are the drawback of the Carl Linnan classification system. Thank you for watching. Please like, share and subscribe this video for more biological tutorials. Thank you for watching.